start this recording. Alrighty, so sorry about the delay this evening. Like I said, I normally am pretty good with my schedule, but I don't know what happened tonight. Anyway, first, before we start the training, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know, earlier this week, I asked you guys to remove yourselves from the Mountain Team page, and I just wanted to kind of explain that to you guys, but I didn't want to do it through a message on, our team Facebook page. So me and Lily, which is my director, had a conversation the other day, and she was talking about how, amazing, pretty much, our team has been doing with our growth and sales. And, she was asking me some of the things that we do on our private team page. And I shared with her that, we do a lot of, I do a lot of small incentives with you guys, and a lot of one-on-one coaching calls whenever you guys want, that for your business, and, just try to issue little challenges here and there. And then this weekly training that we're doing. So I think she really thought about that. And, with her just getting through the cancer battle, decided to maybe make some changes for her own personal team. And so she basically had decided that she wanted to use the Mountain Team page just for her personal team and not for all of the directors' teams. So It doesn't mean that communication is cut off to your upline. It just simply means that, she wants us to be able to focus on our own energy and our own team on our own pages, which I do understand. I was kind of, I won't lie, I was kind of upset because the page has always been open for 5 years, and a lot of you guys have friendships and really connected with other people from other teams. So I was kind of upset about that. And anybody knows me knows I'm pretty stubborn. So yeah. But there's been, issues in the past where we haven't always agreed, but we've agreed to disagree, at the end of it. So basically, that's why the decision came down. I asked you guys to do it immediately, where the other teams haven't quite done that yet. But so for now, we're still going to be doing our monthly team training with the Mountain Team, but there might come a time here soon in the future that I'm on my own. I'm kind of praying about that and deciding which route I want to go. Lily is a wonderful person. We just have two different goals. So
you can do it.
I'll leave it there. Anybody that knows me knows I'm very goal oriented. So I want my team to have the best, and I want to be able to give you guys 100% of myself, and my business 100%. So anyway, with that being said, that was the reason why the changes have been made. So let's talk training. How about it? Let me pull it up real quick. I'm a notes kind of girl, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down at my notes. I don't like to just, fly by the seat of my pants when I do training, because I think you guys are, giving me an hour of your time, and I want to make sure that it's well worth your time, for you to put into it. So, all right. So let me ask you guys a question. Oh, and by the way, girls, Heather and Angela that are on here, Jody is a brand new consultant. She's actually Becky Chilcote's brand new consultant. So let's welcome her. She's going to fit right in. Trust me. We met for lunch before she signed up, and we ended up talking, I think, for like 2 hours. So she definitely fits right in with me anyway. But most of us do like to talk. So, all right. So let me ask you guys a question. Is your calendar where you want it to be?
No.
And if you could add shows, how many would you want to add?
2 more.
You'd want to add 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know Angela's trying to get my Esther baby down to sleep, so that's why she's in the dock. Hi, Esther. My sweet baby. Oh, she's so sweet. Okay, so did anybody start their business to make $40 a month? Would you guys be happy with just making $40 a month, the bare minimum?
No.
No. Good. That's a great answer. And let me explain the $40. The $40 represents like one qualifying $200 show. And I think that, yeah, you're going to run into occasionally people that want to sign up for it because it is amazing. But I still think that really people don't get into this business to just do the minimum. They really want to make money from it. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on tonight. I think many of us have ideas on how or where to get bookings, and it's just a matter of taking action to get them. So let's start with hearing ideas from you guys. What action would you take if I offered you $1 million bonus to add 2 parties to your calendar in the next 24 hours? Ooh. What would you do?
Is it $1 million bonus?
$1 million bonus if you added 2 shows to your calendar. What would you do? It's kind of tricky, isn't it? Because there's probably not much you wouldn't do, right? If you're going to give you $1 million, you just schedule 2 more parties in the next 24 hours. I know me, I'd be like, I would be knocking on every one of my neighbors' doors and, going to Walmart, posting people, and I don't know. Not really. I would go to Walmart. You guys already know that stuff. So, where are some places that we make contacts at? Where'd she say?
Make contacts?
Yeah, where do we make contacts at?
Work, family, just out and about, basically.
Out and about. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. I'm going to give you my top 20 list of places to make contacts at. Okay. So while you're out and about, is the perfect one. And, you guys, the ones that have been with me for a while know that I'm huge on wearing logo wear, or if you don't have logo wear yet, a little button, one of our Pampered Chef buttons. And Jody, if you ask Becky, or I can send you one, or I can bring you one, a little button to just wear, around, like when you're out and about. People notice that, and the first thing that they do is, oh my gosh, you sell Pampered Chef.
I've been carrying my bag everywhere.
Yeah, and it does. It starts that conversation going when they see Pampered Chef, because again, we've been around for 35 years, so we are a household name by now. Okay. So another one would be
You have like window decals on your door, like when you pull up to work or something, it's like Pampered Chef.
Exactly. They pay for themselves over and over again. All right. So people we already know that haven't already done a party, that would be a new contact. Guests at parties that could use customer care calls. Customer care is, again, it's just as simple as when you submit a show, couple weeks, you follow back up with those customers. You ask them, you're kind of a check-in, make sure it's out of the box. You're checking to make sure that their product, meets their needs, if they need new recipes. And then, of course, you want to throw out there whatever specials we have to see if they're ready to host their own show. Outside orders from people who place outside orders on parties. This is one that I think a lot of people forget about. In particular, when you do a lot of cooking shows, people that, you get to your show and your host has, let's say, the dream of $200 in outside orders when you get there. So actually taking the time before you close that party up and taking that 5 minutes per person to call them, first of all, to thank them, thank them for placing the order. Sorry I didn't get to meet you at, Sally's party, but I wanted to make sure to check in with you and let you know about our amazing specials this month, and then just offer it that way. So number one, you're providing customer service and you're connecting with them where you didn't have a chance to before because they were just an outside order. Okay. But you're not going to miss that chance to possibly get a booking. Okay. Which that's huge. That changed my business about a year ago when I started doing that and following up with outside orders. It was huge. Offices who would let you pamper their business with, let's say, brownies and books. So, you take your local businesses, like your local post office, person that cuts hair, the local gym that you go to. Of course, I don't think I would want to take brownies to a gym, but who knows? Those local places that you frequent often, and you just say, hey, I'm not sure if you'd be interested in doing this, but I would love to pamper your business tomorrow. Would it be okay if I bring a pan of brownies by and drop off some catalogs, let you guys check those out, and then I'll pick up the brownie pan the next day and any orders that you guys may have for me? So something as simple as that. First of all, they're going to love brownies. They're going to love you for bringing them brownies. And second of all, it gives you a chance, if you leave your pan there, to follow back up. Again, it reopens that door. You have to go back to get it. Nobody's going to leave their brownie pan behind, right? All right, so neighbors who would come over to be taste testers for me when I try a new recipe. So this is the perfect chance, especially like when we go into a new season, and when we have, let's say, new recipes that we're trying out, invite a couple of the neighbors over. Oh my gosh, that's like the perfect thing, Hey, Sally, you want to come over tomorrow and check out the new spring products and, try out some of the new recipes? I want to see which ones you like so that I kind of know what I'm going to do menu-wise for the new season, okay? Which, again, it's all about getting them in the door, right? And it's all about that follow-up. So then you have, it's a way to reconnect. Then when they're in the door, and let's say they tried those, I don't know, the chicken bruschetta pasta, and they loved it. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Then you can be like, oh, you really like it. So how about we, show your friends and family how to make this recipe. What do you think? So again, you're just going to offer the chance for them to host a party with a recipe that they just tried out. If you like it, their friends are probably going to like it. Especially if you throw out let's say salad and sangria. Who's going to turn down sangria? Not me. Y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not turning down wine, sorry. Okay, firefighters at a local station who need tools for their kitchen. So pampering a business with products, okay? So there's two types of fundraisers, okay? You can do a fundraiser for money. So, organizations like Kids Sports, youth centers, pregnancy ministries, those kinds of things, raise money, house fires, lots of different things that we can raise money for. The other way you can do that, though, is on the flip side by actually giving them products. So it's set up basically like a cooking show, except the whole goal is to actually obtain the products. A lot of times people use those products, like I know church groups, sometimes they'll do a fundraiser for products, and then they'll take the products and actually raffle them off or do like silent auctions with those products at like a larger event. But sometimes it's just a matter of, my very first show with Pampered Chef actually was pampering the kitchen of our youth group at my church. So we had just moved into another building, the youth did, because there was like 75 at the time. And it was a brand new kitchen, and there was like no tools for us to cook for the kids. So we pampered the youth kitchen with products. It was a great fundraiser. I think it ended up being a $1,200 show. So they got their products, and then what I did on top of it, I donated a portion of my commission. Again, you don't have to do that, but it is a tax deduction if you do that. It's a tax write-off. So check community bulletin boards for fundraising needs. You guys, if you are out and about, post offices a lot of times have them, gas stations have them, that you look and there's like a community board. That's also another great place to find vendor events at. A lot of times people go around posting their flyers when they have a craft show or a vendor event coming up on those bulletin boards. So something else that you can do when you, I normally just take a picture of the flyer. So of course, I don't want to tear that person's information out. I want to leave it up. So I'll just take a picture of it. But so whoever they're raising the money for, so let's say they were, I don't know, doing it for a missions trip or whatever, then you contact that organization and see if they would be also interested in doing a Pampered Chef fundraiser. Okay, so you can kind of twofold, look at it from the vendor show angle or look at it from the fundraising angle. All right, so visit the local park or sports fields on a Saturday and ask a parent on the sideline who is in charge of team fundraising. Again, sports are huge, especially during the school years. So this is a great opportunity, especially those moms that are actually involved in sports. Definitely find out who's in charge of the fundraising, because every sports organization is going to have some kind of fundraising that they're doing. So you want to make sure you know who that connection person is. The other person in a school that you want to know is the PTO organizer, okay? Those are the two most important people because they're the ones that are going to do the fundraising on behalf of that school, okay? So you want to know who they are. So visiting bridal shops and leaving contact information. Remember, we do bridal showers, and we also have the ability to do a bridal wish list right now. So, contact those local bridal shops, leave your business card and say, you know what, if you have any brides, that you can pass this card along to, offer them some kind of incentive. If you give out 10 of my business cards, and I have 5 brides contact me, I'll give you $20 in free product, or something just off the cuff, whatever you would want to decide. But bridal showers can be a huge asset to your business. I know Angela, if she's working busy right now, she can attest to it. She's done a ton of bridal showers already in her 6 months. Join a networking group. So Facebook, how many of you guys are on Facebook every day? Hello, we all are, I know. So there's tons of networking groups on Facebook. If you just type up in the search bar, vendor shows, or small businesses, or direct sales, or, whatever the tag words would be. Even like yard sale sites. I've gotten a ton of business off of yard sale sites, the ones that let you actually post about your business on there. So they can be very helpful, especially starting out and getting your name out. Host a mystery party. What's a mystery party, Becky? So a mystery party is simply that. You don't know who the host is going to be. It's a way to entice people to order, because when they order, then they get entered in to actually win all of the host rewards. So it's a great way, halfway through the month, if you're still not green and you're kind of like scrambling, kick off a mystery host party, and, let your friends get in on those deals. Host a cooking class with a clean eating theme or 10 at a time dinner. Cooking classes, okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but right now, cooking classes are a huge trend, okay? Huge. All over the country, cooking classes. But the only difference is that they charge you like $80 to come to a cooking class, okay? I'm not sure about you guys, but $80 to learn how to cook a recipe, not my kind of idea. But going somewhere where I can learn a recipe and also maybe get some free stuff, yeah, that's my kind of idea. So offer a cooking class. Maybe you set up a date once a month at your house that you just offer a cooking class, and again, you try out a new kind of recipe or a new kind of theme show, salad in a jar, a healthy eating class, a gluten-free class, whatever you want it to be, a cover baker workshop, a rock craft workshop. Whatever it is, it's really not about so much what you're cooking. It's about just doing it. You know what I mean? And seeing who would actually be interested in doing it. Host a special host appreciation or customer appreciation no buying party. I know that sounds really weird to really advertise an event as a no buying party and just an appreciation of your customers. So let me tell you, one of my really good friends, she's been doing this business, I think, for like 7 years. She has a customer appreciation event every year and calls it her no buying party. Every year, this party ends up being $1,200, $1,400 in sales. Okay, people come there. She gives away the entire line of products because, as a director, one of our benefits is that we get the whole set of products for free. And then as consultants, we also have the chance to earn all of the products for free. So most of the time as a director, you end up with 2 sets of all the products for free. Isn't that crazy? So she gives away a whole line of the products at this no buying party, so which draws a huge crowd of people. And then they end up spending money anyway, because then they get to see all these new products. So it totally makes sense, right? It's like reverse psychology. offer a mom and me cooking class. I've done some of these. They've been so much fun. Not only did the moms and the kids love them, but I took along my little one Lily to go with me to that class, and she had a blast. I mean, she got to socialize with other kids. And basically all it is you're doing a cooking show, but it's really geared towards the kids. So if you know a lot of parents that have small kids, and I would recommend it for ages like probably 6 to like 12, would probably be your best age range. But it's a great opportunity if you know a lot of parents with small kids to give them the chance. And when you tell them, hey, how about letting me come over and cook? You get all your friends and their kids together. I'll come cook with the kids while you and the other mom shop. Although it's like babysitting. I mean, who doesn't want to have a babysitter, right? Especially as moms. Like, yeah, give me 2 hours away from my kids. Let somebody else cook with them. Absolutely. Who's giggling at me?
I am. Because look who's right next to me.
I know, right? See? Okay, so promote couples cooking shows. Okay? Couples cooking shows are another really good type of party. Let me tell you, when you get the men to a show, men are more likely to spend money than women are. Okay? Does anybody know the reason why? I know we think a lot of times that it's actually opposite, that it's actually women are more likely to spend money, but it's actually the men, because men see quality and they're not hesitant in buying quality products. Okay? So first of all, when they see that something's going to benefit you when you're cooking dinner, when they see the quality of the product, they're not going to be gun shy on actually pulling the trigger and buy something. Whereas women, the first thing that we think about is, oh my God, my husband's going to kill me if I spend $100 on this pan. No, the husband is like, oh wow, it's got a lifetime warranty and it can do what? Right? Think about it. They're power tools. Do they buy a generic store brand power saw? No, they go for like the DeWalt, right? The most expensive one. Yeah. So they're not going to do, the appliances and the TVs and all those other things. They're not going to go for low quality. They're going to go straight for high quality stuff. Chris, do you have something you wanted to say on that, since you are the only man with us right now?
Tell them how true it is, honey.
It is true.
It's very true.
It is. It absolutely is. I'm telling you what, if you can get men's and do couple shows, you can get men at your parties, your show average will be twice the amount. It will be twice the amount. So right now, going into summer, I am a huge griller. I love to grill anyway. But my grilling show starting in June, my show average for the summer is normally about $1,000, because when I get those guys and girls together, hello, guys think that they're king of the grill when really they just met the queen of the grill.
I get it run for your money.
I don't know. We might have to have a barbecue rib challenge.
A grill off? I got this.
Let's go. All right, so carry a Pampered Chef tote and wear a PC logo, where we kind of talked about that earlier. Of course, have catalogs and flyers in your purse that are ready to be passed out, okay? This is something that I try to challenge myself when I'm making those out and about contacts every week, okay? And this is the way you go about getting the contact information. I know sometimes people are hesitant, but if I'm giving them a catalog, I'm going to ask for their information in return. And the way that I do that, because number one, you want to follow back up with them. But secondly, what I do to get it is I'm like, hey, Chris, so, would you mind if I take your information along? I'm just going to touch base with you in a couple of days to see if you have a chance to look at it. But also, I feel it's fun for everybody I know out and about. So I'm going to take your and it'll go into a drawing. And if you're the winner, then, and you're going to win a free gift from me. So that's the way you go about getting people's contact information when you're out and about. Pretty easy, right? We all like free. Nobody's going to skimp on free. And when I say free, I'm cheap. You guys already know that. I tell you that every week. My free is like a season best cookbook, a tequila, recipe cards. I'm cheap. That's my 3. Look for vendor events in your area. Again, the best way to get out of your circle of friends and family, especially if you're struggling within your circle of friends and family, is vendor shows. Okay. Now, let me warn you, vendor shows may not always be immediate results. It may take a little bit of time to actually get people to come back to you. But that is how I built my business. 4 years ago when I lost my job and I was like, whoa, you go from making $85,000 a year to making this, you're going to find a way to make something work. Okay. And vendor shows, I was doing like 10 of them a month. And yes, it's an investment initially, that $20 to $50 that you're going to pay for the vendor show. But what you're looking for is not sales. You're not looking for to sell cash and carry. You're after contact information, ways to follow up with people, ways to build connections, and ways to build relationships with people. And it gets you outside of your existing circle of friends and family. Here's another one I love to do. Anybody know any real estate agents? Yeah? So contact your local real estate agents and offer or suggest a closing gift set that you can sell in multiples and offer discounts on. Most realtors, when they close on a house, they give that person that just bought a property like a gift card or some kind of gift or whatever. And like me, I have a girl that's probably going to be signing up in a couple months here. She's a real estate agent. She used to sell Pamper Chef a long time ago. She contacted me. I met her at a vendor event. And it was like 6 months later before she contacted me back. But she started ordering every month a couple different gift sets. And we just, we put together a couple different gift sets, different price points. So, if she sold a $200,000 house, they got this one. If she sold a $300,000 house, they got this one. But they were all decent price points. And it was a sale for me every month. So contact those locals. So those are my top 20. The bottom line is the more parties you do, the more people you will meet and the more you will be successful. Because let's face it, cooking shows, you get in front of people, that's where you're going to get your bookings from. Success is also contagious and appealing to people. Be proud out loud about your Pampered Chef business. Don't be shy about it, okay? Remember how it was, or remember how it has improved your life. So you know what? I was so excited, like Heather, she posted she got her commission, and she was like, it may be small, but it's something. There's nothing wrong with that. People really think that we get paid in food shoppers. I swear I had a guy at a party. When I told him, I show everybody a picture of my paycheck, my pay stub, as a part of the envelope game that I do. And when the guy seen my pay stub, his jaw about dropped. Okay, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you make real money?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What do you think about you? And he was like, "Oh, you make food shoppers." I'm like, "No, seriously, not food shoppers." When you do that, though, you're going to have some fun and fear doing more contacts than maybe you've ever done. So when you follow all those steps, you're going to have a lot of contacts, and it's going to put you in a position where you're going to have a lot more opportunities. All right, let's see where I'm at. Be prepared that when you contact and ask a ridiculous amount of people to learn about being a consultant and to consider hosting a party, you are going to have results. Okay? I promise you. Did you know on average you will get 1 to 2 yeses for every 10 people that you ask? That's just the law of numbers. So that means you will hear no 8 times. Can you handle that? Who likes hearing no? Us moms, you hear no all the time from your kids, right? You get used to it. After a while, it just becomes second nature. It's like, okay, well, little Joey's going to tell me no 15 times before he realizes that I'm going to win. He has no choice. Is it worth it to hear no's so you can get the yeses and reach more people? I want you guys to remember this famous quote by Zig Ziglar. He is a huge motivational type speaker slash book writer. You can have everything in life that you want if you just give enough other people what they want. Okay? So when we remember that this business is not just about us, that it's actually about other people before it's about us, you're going to start getting those results. We have people who want or need our products. We have people who want to experience the fun and rewards at our parties. And we also have people who want or need our business opportunity. So find them and don't let those no's keep you from succeeding. Your NQ is more important than your IQ. Anybody know what your NQ is? What's your IQ?
Intelligence.
Your intelligence. Yep. Your intelligence quotient. So your NQ is your no quotient. How long will you keep going? How many no's will it take for you to stop and give up? A lot of people, after the first or second no, they throw in the towel. And they're like, you know what? I don't want to hear no. Those of you guys that have been with me for a while know that when I tell you, the reason why we say to make at least 10 phone calls, like at one time or one sitting, again, it goes back to the law of averages. If you don't call enough people, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. So if you send out blasts of, let's say, it's Facebook is even worse. Like on the phone, you'll get better results when you're looking for bookings or recruiting versus on Facebook. Because on Facebook, they have the ability to just read the message and not respond to you. You know, a phone rings, it's annoying. Most of the time, they're going to pick it up.
Sometimes.
Okay, here's another one I want you guys to remember. SW, 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 SW. What in the heck is Becky talking about? So SW times 4, okay? Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. So, ready for some numbers? Did you know that most people are waiting to be asked to book or join your team? Trust me, they're not going to ask you most of the time. Most people also need to be asked more than one time. However, in sales, these numbers are very revealing. 44% of people give up after the very first no that they hear. 22% more give up after the second no. 14% or more give up after the third no. 12% more give up after the fourth no, which means that 92% of all people give up before getting a fifth no, yet 60% of all customers say no 4 times before they say yes. Wow. Pretty crazy, huh? Think about it. How many of you guys have ever been asked to host your own party? Like, Basically Simple or Cincy or whatever. Did you eventually give in? Even if that person asks you, every couple months they'd send you this message. Hey, Tina, it's Becky from the Pampered Chef. Oh my God, I've got the best special to offer you this month. Would you be interested in booking a party for me in June? I've got double rewards. No response. I send it again in a couple months. Eventually, most people are just like, okay, enough already. Like, let me get this out of my face. Okay. Eventually, most of them will respond in one way, shape, or form. Either they're going to tell you no, they're not interested, or maybe they give in. Because remember, everybody else has life. Life happens to us all. So just because it's a good time for you for them to book a party doesn't always mean that it's a good time for them to book a party. Okay? So same goes with host coaching. You know, when you beat down the doors trying to get a hold of your upcoming host, always remember that things could be going on. They could be sick. They could have had a death in the family. They could have, a sick kid or whatever. So if they're not returning your phone calls, there might be a reason. So before we automatically assume that it's us, that you're just like, oh my God, they don't want to do a show with me. Remember, life happens to us all. How many of you guys in the last week have had something that it happened, you weren't expecting it, and it knocked you down for like 24 hours, and you're just like, what?
Sure.
No? Where you just need to like cut ties to everything, I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want anybody near me. I go through those modes sometimes, and so does the rest of the world. So ask yourselves, guys, what is my quit number? How soon will you give up on someone? I know we talked about this a while ago. Somebody asked me, well, after you contacted someone and they told you no, and then you call them back and they tell you no, and then you call them back and you tell them no. When do you stop calling? My answer is
Never.
never. Until they tell you, you know what, I'm really just not interested in what you're offering me. Because remember, my tagline is that a no not now, or is that a no never? Okay. Somebody tells you no, you need to find out, is that no not now or no never? Because again, life happens. It could just be a bad time for them. Again, it's not about our time, it's about their time. So you have to find that out from people. No, not now, or no, never. If they're a no, not now, and you call them back and you get a no, not now again, then guess what? You still have to call them until they tell you no. And just, you know what, Jody, I don't want what you're selling. Just go away. Delete my phone number. I don't want to talk to you again. You know what? Just keep calling, because eventually, again, it's that law of numbers. They'll say no 4 times before they will say yes. Okay. It's time to do what I am paid to do. Okay. Get your products and business opportunity in front of more people. Remember, recruiting is about what you have to give or offer. Do you think it's great? It's a great opportunity. Let me ask you guys, do you believe in our business? Do you believe Pampered Chef can change people's lives?
Just gotta get the people on board.
I've been doing this 5 years now, and I can tell you that it's absolutely changed my life. I know you guys have heard me. Some of you guys know my story. Some of you may not know my story. I was that manager at a crappy retail store for 10 years that worked 70-hour work weeks, and I missed out on 2 of the most important people in my life. Okay, that's years I cannot get back. Those are years you cannot rewind. And I walk into work and I have no job one night. Best damn thing that's ever happened in my life, because now I actually get to be a mom. Okay, not saying that everybody should just go quit their job. Don't do that. I mean, unless you really want to. But I'm saying that this can actually change people's lives. It can change people's lives for the better. You never know unless you ask somebody where their thinking's at, where their finances at. You never know what people are going through. You really don't ever know those situations that people could be facing. Do they have a shut-off notice that just came in the mail yesterday? Or, because a lot of times, I can tell you, the people that you think make money are really living flat broke and are probably up to credit card debt. Okay. And wouldn't, $300 or $400 a month help those people out? But again, they're not going to ask you most of the time. There are exceptions. But we have to ask them. Don't sell your business short by thinking it's just that little thing that you do on the side. You are going to get out of this business what you put into this business, okay? There's going to be patches that you hit that are not always going to be bright and sunny. There's going to be patches that you hit that are bright and sunny. But the most important thing that you do is fail forward and not backward. It's okay to fail. You have to expect to fail in life, in general. It's how you get back up that is really what matters. You know, so if your dream is to take this business and really work this business to provide for your family and to be able to, I don't know, pay your credit card bills or, you know, eventually maybe stay home with the kids or, you know, just bring in that extra $300 or $400, then you know what? Work it to the best of your ability. And if you get stuck, then I'm here for you. That's what my job is. Eliminate this from your vocabulary. Eliminate I can't and say I choose not to. Okay? You make the choice not to do something. Eliminating it completely absolves it. But if you say I choose not to, then you're not giving your power away to someone. All right. So who's ready for a challenge? Woohoo! My little baby Essie go to sleep. Fingers crossed. I love it. Okay. So within the next week,
Rewarding myself with a banana split.
Go
I
ahead.
want a banana split.
You better stay asleep.
Okay, so within the next week, I want you guys to challenge yourselves, okay? Challenge yourselves, not because I'm asking you to challenge yourselves. Challenge yourselves because you deserve to challenge yourselves. Challenge yourselves because you deserve to reach your goals. But I want to challenge you guys to book 2 more parties. It can be 2 virtual parties. It can be 2 cooking show parties. It can be whatever kind of parties that you want, okay? But challenge yourself. Go after it. The other part of this is, here's the rest of the challenge. Listen to an audio found in Pamper Chef University. You can choose either one or both called Abundant Bookings. And then send me your top 4 ideas that you hear and your new party dates with your host names. You guys send me all of this information, so your host names and party dates, your top, like, takeaways from that, yeah, my brain just completely toasted out on me. Your top kind of takeaways from the audio that you listen to. Then I'm going to announce a winner, okay, before our next training next Tuesday, so you have a week to do this. Everyone who submits this homework is in a drawing, and everyone who has a perfect attendance and homework complete will get a surprise. Okay. You guys know I love to send out happy mails. So even if you complete the homework, you're going to get a little happy mail from me for it. But I'm also going to draw an actual winner from everybody that submits the homework. And I can just tell you that it is a tool that you can use for your business that will get you booking. Ooh. We all like that, don't we? Who wants something free from Becky's stash? Yeah. And I will give this to you too. It is over a $50 value. Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah. So 2 more shows. Listen to an audio. Send me your takeaways before next Tuesday's training. Got it?
2 more shows in May, or
Give me May or June, whichever. Probably, I mean, I would, at this point, I would be shooting for June. You know, or May. All right. So that is your brain your brain damage mission. Yeah, your drain damage. Is that what you say? Mission for this evening. Should you choose to accept? So who has any questions for me? Because I'm going to open it up for like 5 minutes. Yes, I think I'm getting sick. Any questions, Heather? My underwear boy is running around. If you see a little boy back here.
I told mine not to.
Yes, Isaac. Say hi to everybody. No. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Angela? Oh, there's Lily.
No, I think I'm just gonna have to watch it back because I pretty much missed everything but S.
It'll be worth watching back. I think I'll give you guys what do you guys think?
You're cutting out for me. I don't know.
The ones that were on the whole time, you guys think it was worth watching? I think so.
I'm sure it is. They always are.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught the end of it.
All right, Tina, you have any questions?
I'm gonna need Angela to help me with some graphics, but other than that.
And Laura, do you have any questions? I've missed seeing your face for a while now.
No questions.
Okay. All right, girls and guys. Well, I will be posting. I will have time if anybody needs to do one-on-one trainings over the next week or so. I'm going to post some dates and times for you guys. I'll post that probably in the morning, I would imagine.
Is that
Better. Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. And if you need anything else, just let me know.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.